and happy Wednesday afternoon. It's Connie, and today we are going to make this little mini wallet album. You may remember when I was going through my stash of supplies and things that we came across this album that opens up and it has little flip outs that you can do. And I thought that'll be a fun project today. I want to make one, maybe two. But before we do that, I want to show you a couple of other things. So, the other night I participated in a card class from Stamplistic. You know, I do those a lot. I like using these crazy rhinestones that are so sparkly. And they made this crazy card. They didn't have a name for it, but I'm calling it the Cootie Catcher card. It has a belly band, kind of like the thing that we're making today. And then when it opens up kind of like those cootie catchers that we made in grade school or whatever. Remember how you did all the flippy folds? And look at how cool this is. Now this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper with all these crazy folds. And then it collapses in on itself and you decorate it however you want, which is really fun. And then they decorated the belly band. So as with all of the crazy cards that I watch and learn, I made a template of it, and my template looks like this. And basically I have the instructions on the inside of how to make it. And so I need to know, would you like to make one of these on Friday? See, I have all the instructions inside. This is not a card that you can just visualize and figure out. It's like you need to see someone fold it and make it so that you can figure it out. So if this looks interesting to you, can you please put in the messages if you're interested? You know, it's been a while since I did a scrapbook page, and I was thinking I really should do something scrapbooking Friday, but then I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I made my own version using the Love Notes paper. And I love how it turned out. Look at this. Isn't that a cool, like, Valentine-y thing? And then to decorate it, I'm deciding, I cut out, you know, this floral heart die cut. It's kind of a lacy die cut. It's what I used in my post this morning for Valentine's Day, because it's just so cute. And I just thought I could put the heart on the outside of the belly band. I could have put it on the inside. Either way, I just want to know what you think. Do you want to learn how to make this crazy expandable card? It's just like, it's one of those ones that it's really fun. It was really fun to put together, and it's not nearly as hard as it looks. You'll have to trust me on that because it looks so complicated. I almost didn't sign up for the class. I was like, oh my gosh, I'll never make those. Okay, so let me know if that looks interesting to you. The other card that's kind of going around right now, I think it'd be great to put a picture in the center, or even a stack of photos. Like if you were going to mail some photos to somebody, that would be a cute way to do it. Anyway, this Monica Hayward, one of our makers, she posted this card. It's made out of a normal old card base, and it's basically just folded in here on the edge. And I made a template because basically you just go 3 inches across, 2.5 inches down, score, and then you can see, you just reverse that fold inwards instead. And she made a card using the stamp of the month, and she, you know, basically, whatever you want kind of popping up there with the card. And then when it opens, you can do whatever you want on the inside. I did a little tone on tone kind of with the stamp of the month. And I just wanted to show you this because I don't think you need like a whole, like, how do you do that? It's truly a card base, 3 inches, and then 2.5 inches down, and you just score it on each side and push the, push the fold to reverse it. And it's so cute. You can have anything pop up here. It would be a cool, like, birthday thing. It would be a really neat, I mean, it could be anything. So I just thought that was kind of clever. And so I made one for myself, and I made a template, of course, because, that's how I remember. Like, I may send this card to someone, but this way I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that card. That's a cool idea. So that way I have my stash of ideas. There are a whole bunch of really cool cards on the maker page using the stamp of the month this month. And one of them is I've been wanting to make an acetate card for a while, and they use all the different images over a piece of acetate, and then, the acetate lifts and it's see-through. I just thought, oh, that's really cool. So that one is another one that I've been wanting to show. So I just wanted to show you. There's been some stuff going around, and I feel like, I know having lives twice a week, I should be running out of ideas like crazy. And so far, I feel behind, because people are so creative. They keep coming up with neat ideas that I want to show you. And I love this so much. So, stamp of the month. Let me put that aside. Woo! All right. What am I going to do? Okay, let's talk about this mini. Oh, before we do this, I want to talk just for a moment about the Let's Party pack. This page kit is one of the faves for a while, right? This is a biggie. Almost everybody has purchased it, and so I'm late to the game. But what I did was last month I got a sales reward, and I get sales rewards because of your purchases, and I thank you for that. I think that's really amazing. For me, I like to return some of those rewards to you, as you know, as a thank you. And so I bought a few things to give away. I bought 3 of these paper packs. I have gone through 1. I'm working on number 2, and this is the 3rd. My goal is to not have this paper sitting around forever, because I'm the person who falls in love with the next pack and the next and the next and the next. And next thing you know, I have a stash of papers. And so I'm trying to use them up as I go. So this one I'm giving away. I'm giving away to my VIP group as a thank you. And I apologize if you have it already. I hope that you love it if you do have it. But I have everybody's name in here. And I'm going to draw for a winner right now. And you get the paper. Now, I may depending on who it is, I don't know who it is. I may mail it with next month's Hostess pack, or I may mail it separately. I just spent a boat ton in shipping on the VIP card, and I'm laughing because I got into an argument with the post office lady was lecturing me on needing to use rigid mailers when I mail something like what I mailed this month. And I used rigid mailers. And she lectured me on it 3 times. You need to use the rigid mailer or you could get fined for damaging our machines. And I said, you do realize, I stopped her at the 3rd time she was lecturing me. And I said, you do realize I did use a rigid mailer to mail these, right? I said, I don't understand why you keep telling me I have to do it when you can see that I did it already. Anyway, so I'm trying not to go to the post office for a little while because that lady was driving me crazy. But anyway, I know, crazy squirrel story off the side. All right, here's the winner. That better news, Denise. Denise is the winner of this paper pack. And so congratulations, Denise. I will get this to you when I can, and it may be a little bit, but I love this paper, so I hope you love it too. Let me set this aside so I don't forget. I'm trying really hard to, get back now from that post office lady, Stephanie. Holy moly, she was driving me nuts. She's giving me the glare like I was doing something wrong. And the guy behind me in line was laughing because she would not stop lecturing me. And I said, I already did what you're telling me to do. You can see it with your own eyes. Anyway, crazy. I'm like, this is, I've not seen a customer go postal. It's usually a post office worker, not a customer. Okay, so let's talk through this thing today. And Heather, it's not sold out. The party paper is not sold out. You're good. So basically what it is, I made one using the Sweet Memories. This one is an old paper pack called Twitter Pated. That was from ages ago. I want to say 20, maybe 15, 13, a long time ago. But this one is current, and I used my scraps, and I used a little Velcro dot on the inside. Close to My Heart used to sell these little hook and loop dots. They're really tiny. And I have 2 packs of these. If you can't find, you can find Velcro like this, on a roll or in dots at Joann's. But these little tiny dots, if you really just can't find Velcro, let me know and I can add this to you. Cut a couple for you if you want to use Velcro. It's nice to have something to hold it shut if you don't want to use a belly band. I did not want to use a belly band on this one. Okay, so it opens. I have the papers. I'm going to hold it. Maybe I'll raise my camera just a little so you can see the whole thing. Okay, and so I also used the little paperboard pieces on these. I used a lot of the stickers that are not necessarily my taste, like the key and lock. I couldn't figure out how I was going to use that on a scrapbook page, so it's perfect for something like this. It opens. There's another little paperboard piece. Every day is a gift. It opens. Room for a photo or writing. The bottom opens. And another little key lock thing. I just used my scrap pieces of paper for this. And you can see how it opens. Now what I thought, this on the back, I decorated the back as well. So when it folds, this turns out to be kind of hidden because it folds in, and so that is the back. And then I decorated the front. I stamped using this little stamp that I like so much, and then I used a couple of stickers to decorate it. And I didn't want a belly band, so I used that. Now, what I thought this would be used for, now I did have scrap paper that I could use. I could make a belly band. You know, you just wrap something around it, make it a little bit loose so that it will slide, and use a crazy good adhesive, okay? Because this will get a lot of a workout. But you don't have to make a belly band if you don't want to. And this one has come apart multiple times, and that was using a really good adhesive. That's why I'm using liquid glue for stuff like that. This one I thought would be really cute. I'm going to a baby shower, in about a couple weeks, and, this one would be really cute to show. I could put like a picture. She's put a couple of pictures online of her belly bump, her baby bump, and I thought that would be really cute. I could print that out and then leave a couple of spaces for the actual baby photos. So that's an option. The other thing I thought would be really great for this is Mother's Day is coming up, and just picture it. Okay, so you hand this to your mom as her card, and then when she opens it, this is like a picture of you and your mom. This is a little written note, something really heartfelt, and then the bottom could be like grandkids or your siblings. And here's room for another photo. And so just a little purse pack of a few family photos. She can show it to whoever she wants. I just thought that would be really adorable. It would also be nice for a gift card. You could tuck a gift card in, whatever you want, right? Okay. Hi, Margie. All right, so my hand drawing, but more importantly, you basically need the words because the hand drawing doesn't give you much. But if you want to do a screenshot, now's the time. Screenshot that. And it will tell you the size of the base, where to score, how to make the flip pages, and then, you can do like on that Twitter pated one, I just used one sheet of paper for the whole back. Do you see? I just covered that cardstock in one big piece, scored it, and it wraps. But on this one, I did separate pieces, and I like the separate pieces a little better, but you could do it either way. Whatever you've got in your scrap bin is perfect. So, and then the belly band. So what I thought we would do is, I need to show you my crazy stash of paper. All right. So I have a few stickers left, a few stamped pieces of this Let's Party. And I forgot to use my acrylic shapes when I was making my scrapbook layouts and stuff. And I'm like, so I have a whole pack of acrylic shapes that I need to use. So I obviously need to use some pink or blue on this card. I'm going to set this aside just for a moment. And then, I went ahead and got out my 3 sets that are so popular right now that I keep using over and over again this month. You've got to be getting tired of seeing birthday stuff. This is a big birthday month for our family. I'm not kidding, all of Steve's family has birthdays between February and March, except for him and his brother. all of the nieces and nephews and everybody have birthdays in February and March, including Jen. Jen's birthday is in a few days. And so this time of year is a birthday kind of year. It was perfect that this paper pack came out. Okay, and then the paper itself, what I have left, I have some full sheets of the pattern, a few scraps, and then I just shoved cardstock in the back. And I try to keep the scraps on the outside where I can see. That's how I store my paper, is in these envelopes that they come in. So I just kind of put it all together, and then I put the smaller pieces here so I can dig through. So I already cut one piece. This piece is 4.25 by 12. That's the size of the base. And then I had these other sheets that were at least 3 inches wide, and I thought, okay, I'll figure something out with the fold outs, right? I could grab pink just because I really do need to use some pink if I'm going to use those. Sorry, I'm so distracted. I literally just got distracted by a squirrel. I have my blinds open and there's a giant tree right outside my window. I wish I could turn my camera because a squirrel just came running up to the window and looked in and then ran off back up the tree again. It was really weird. Squirrel. Okay. I know. I need to get my act together. Okay. So to make this, you need a paper trimmer and a scoreboard, right? So I'm going to start by scoring this piece right here. Now, I don't know if you guys ever do a lot of scoring, but let me just grab a piece of paper and let me show you something here. Hold on a minute. Whenever I am live, all my stuff sticks together. It's hard for me to grab paper. Okay, I want you to do something before you cut this piece. If you hold your paper this direction, like this, and look and see how it curves. Let me raise my camera up. I'm raising it up really high. Okay, so it hold it this way, and then hold it by the other side and hold it this way. You will find that your paper wants to dip more one way than the other. And what you're doing there is you're finding the paper grain, okay? If you're gonna make a bunch of folds like we are making, and especially on colored cardstock, if you find the way it dips more and easier, it will easily fold one way and it'll give you some resistance the other. And if you find the way it folds easier and then cut it so that all the folds are on the easy dip level, if that makes sense, your folds won't crack. You won't be working against the grain. And so that is just something to know, especially with this white core cardstock. If you are going against the grain, you're more likely to have those little wrinkles and cracks even scoring. Where if you're doing it the easy way, you know. So let me just cut a piece of that and show you. So I cut it the easy way, and now if I want to make this my base instead, let's see, maybe I want this to be the outside, or do I want this to be the outside? Okay, we are going to score first at 1.5, and then 1 3/4, And then we're going to go over to 5 1/4 and 8 3/4. That's all the scoring on that. 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 5 1/4, 8 3/4. So I just go across and do that. I'm going to do the white one too, just in case I decide I want to use it instead. So 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 5 1/4, 8 3/4. All right. Ta-da. Get that out of the way. And then you just kind of fold your pieces up on all the score lines. See how nice and smooth that is? I should cut one the wrong, the opposite way and show you how much more of a struggle it is. You end up getting like little breaks sometimes in the printing of the cardstock, where this way it's nice and smooth. Okay. Ta-da! Maybe I'll just make it pink and do a white one later. Okay. The next thing we need to do is make our flip outs, and you can make them any color you want, but basically they're 3 by 8, and you can, front, back. I have these options. They're all decent to me. I just need to decide they're all 3 by 8. So if I thought it would be good to have a solid one. I don't know how I feel about red though. Let's think about that a minute. All right, so I'm going to cut this. This is already 3 inches wide, so I'm just going to cut it to 8. What's nice about having the two-sided What's nice about having the two-sided is it's going to fold in half, and so when it's going to score at the 4-inch mark, and when it folds at that mark, one side will be pink and the other side will be the confetti, which is really nice, right? Ta-da! Like that. Okay. And then we have this one, which again, I don't know that I have a preference necessarily, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it to 8. What's really, again, I like both patterns front and back, which is nice, so that when I fold that one, I think I want this side showing. You just fold it in half. So we have this, Let me turn that. I might make one of them this color. You can kind of flip them around and decide, how you want those to look. And then the third one, I think I'm going to do this blue. Is it 8 across? Not quite. All right, so I'm going to cut this 3 inches and 8 inches. Okay, and then we'll fold it in half. There we go. That's all our cuts that we need, until we decorate. When you decorate, you need all kinds of little pieces here and there. Okay, so now we just need to decide how we want our inside pieces. I usually have them going opposite ways. So this one opening to the left, this one opening to the left, and then say this one to the right. So it depends on what pattern you want showing. I kind of like that. could have the confetti showing. That's really nice too. And just move them around however you want them, okay? And then you're ready to glue them in. And I do like to use cardstock as some of the colors on this. So it's nice to have the sturdiness of cardstock, but the truth is, this is really nice. Now, on both of my examples, I rounded the corners, and if you round the corners, you need to round the corners of these as well. So totally up to you, you know, if you want to round. I'll go ahead and round these just to be consistent. Put it in there. Like that. And then I'm just going to put all three of these together. One good thing about the these crocodiles is that they'll do a lot of layers all at once, which is really nice. So now I can put these on, and I'm using liquid glue, but you don't have to. This is one where you could totally use your tape runner. The only thing I use liquid glue when something's going to be like super handled. You know, I think they do still make this, and I've been seeing them when I go to the Daisy Lane. People have been selling these left and right, like they don't use them anymore. But I use this, and I use the hole punch one. This one punches holes and sets eyelets. I still use it like crazy too. I have it right here ready to grab all the time. I love it. Love it. Let's see. I think I'll put the other pink one down at the bottom. Now see, I could have rounded that corner. I still could, technically. Put glue into my crocodile. There. Get the glue out. Make sure I don't have any actual glue in my crocodile. Okay. And then this one, I'm gonna go the other direction. Do I want it blue? It's really cute. I can't decide. I'll do it this way. Give me more to decorate. Okay, and basically, just like everything, I'm leaving an equal window, like an equal border around each piece, top and bottom and sides, you know, top, bottom, sides. I try to leave approximately an equal border. So that is essentially how to make it. Now is time to decorate, and you can decorate it anytime you want or any way you want. And I have all these little things. Let's see. I like to do this topper. Look at that. If I use it where it says it's your day, that would be cute. Let me just move some things off my chopper here, because I'm faster with my paper trimmer chopper than I am with my other. So I'm just going to cut that to be about 1.5 by 4, like this. 1.5-ish by 4. That looks good. And then I need to round the corners. One thing I do like about the Crop-A-Dile is when you cut, you don't get all the snippets on your project. They go into this little holder in here, and so you can empty that into your garbage can. Can you see them in there? I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a whole bunch of little parts and pieces. And that way, it's like a little garbage collector right there for you. I do like that. Handy, because I'm a slob. I love this. Let's see. This party paper is so fun. It is really hard to decide like which side to put, you know, up. Like, I kind of like the confetti. I kind of like that. You know what I mean? I like it all. The other thing that I have that, gosh, I haven't used are these little black and white dotted strips. For some reason, they just haven't worked in any of my projects. So I just thought, well, maybe, I don't even know about there. I think I need to have a black base to use them. So I guess these are going to have to wait because no, I'm not using that. What else do I have? I have this cute banner though. I'll cut it off and use it. That's a good decorative piece. I didn't get it super close, but you know, I can put that wherever. I can put it on the inside. That's cute. Maybe I'll do that. You know, just to put it at the bottom of one of these pieces like this, or the top of one of these. I like that. And then I just grab all my scraps and I just start adding parts and pieces. Now, you're gonna need some kind of happy birthday message in one of these, wherever you put it, or in all of them. You can decide what you want to do with that. Let me see if I have, it looks like I'm going to have to stamp a message. Maybe I'll put it down here with like a cupcake. That would be cute. I can put a happy birthday message with a cupcake here, and then this section will be decorated, right? I love this little yay paper. And then what else? Oh yeah, I said I wanted to use these. I haven't yet. I do have some party hats and balloons that I haven't used. There's another cupcake. I might save the cupcake for the cover. I have lots and lots of banner. I have the little banner stickers, and I don't know, a few, you know, I have a few things that I could use. I have a lot of these little messages. Oh, this is kind of fun. I don't know whether I have the right colors to use it, but let me see what I got. It can't be too blendy. You know what I mean? I gotta think about that one a minute, because I can't decide what I'm gonna do with that yet, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with the outside yet. Let's look at these. Happy Valentine's Day. Tell me what you do for Valentine's Day. Does anybody get you anything? Our tradition, we don't really do anything. I gotta be honest. We're not those people that like do the flowers and the roses and the candy and the dinner and all of that. We just don't. We do that kind of stuff all the time. We're like, I know it sounds cheesy, but you know, when you're good to each other all the time, Valentine's Day is just a busy day at the restaurant. I like this happy. Look at this. So, my fingernails don't want to pick this up. So we, oh, it says party. Okay. I should get out the photo of what's in here. It's easier than sorting all the pieces. The balloons are nice. My husband and my daughter stopped at Fannie Mae to buy a bunch of candy. Since we're so fortunate to have a Fannie Mae in our area, it's nice to be able to go in and pick out candy. And the reality is it's really for her birthday more than for Valentine's, but because it's Valentine's Day, you know, that's a really big deal for Jen to get candy on her birthday. She likes that. So the way this is set up, these little acrylic shapes, is these can punch out, and then you can put the white pieces into it like that. And so you technically have, you can make them all white, all pink, or all outlined, or you can mix them around like this. And I do kind of like these mixed around. It's a little bit of work, but I do like it. The other thing, I remember one time my husband got me when we were dating, okay, that was a really long time ago, but he got me a really nice pair of gold heart earrings that, and that I'm pretty sure that was a Valentine's Day thing. We're just not Valentiners. And it kind of makes me laugh a little bit when single people get all up in arms over Valentine's Day, because it doesn't bother me at all. And I could celebrate it if I wanted to. I have no desire to go out and do anything on a day of the year when all the restaurants are jam-packed with couples. Yuck. I would much rather go on some off day of the week and not be so in the middle of the fray. You know what I mean? I don't know. Are you guys like that? You'd rather go out and celebrate? Okay, I really love that. Ooh, that's cool. And see, the hat has a fill-in also, if you like that. I don't know about the black. There's balloon strings for the balloons. I think these are supposed to be candles, and they come in all the different colors. And then there's tons of little confetti pieces and stars and stuff. So there, now we can decorate, decide what we want to do. All right. Yeah. Lots of stuff here. I really do like, I think I do want to do like hearts on one of the, I want to use up my stickers, you know what I mean? So if I do hearts on one of these, like this. What's really neat about this is that you can leave one whole space on each flap open for photos. You could leave the front of this open for photos. You could do, you know, like a little 3x3 photo and just do a border on the side. So sometimes I will decorate it, I'll decorate an area kind of like I'm not gonna use, like I'm gonna put something else there, and if the photo overlaps it, it's fine. I love this hip hip hooray, it's your day. I might put the party on that one. Do I want it on the outside flap or the inside flap? Ooh, that needs like a pop of color in the middle, doesn't it? I need my blue. Sorry, hold on. I have some scraps of blue here I'm gonna use. I have, I can't believe I have another baby shower to go to. Like, I have another baby shower to go to, you guys. Seriously. Like, I haven't gone to baby showers in probably, I don't know, I think my last one was probably well before COVID. And then all of a sudden, it's just bam, bam, bam. Okay, I like that. And then I'm just gonna put some glue down. My glue dries clear, so I don't have to be too worried about it showing, but I want to use enough so that all three pieces will stay put. And so, like, that little A may not have enough behind it, that little part of the A. So I know I'm doing glue weird. Normally I would pick this up and put glue on the back, but they'll all fall apart. So I'm doing it this way. Not my usual style. All right. There. And liquid glue allows me to wiggle them around a little bit, move them how I want them to go, anywhere I want. I really like how that looks. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I'm gonna stamp the happy birthday on here, but I want to put that on some foam, this candle, so that then I can kind of tuck the word in next to it if I need to, because I may need to, since I don't have it stamped. This would be such a fun card. And just imagine, like, if you had, like, you could make one of these into, like, you could cut it down and make it a pocket and tuck a gift card in. I may still do that. I may still mess around, or attach a gift card there. Cute. This would be awesome for Jen. She loves this kind of stuff. Let's see, what else do I want? Oh, I like using up all my scraps here. I'll put that there. I know you're like, why are you just putting stuff random, willy-nilly everywhere? But, you know, it really does, it allows me to use up a lot of my little parts and pieces that I normally wouldn't use. I mean, you think about, like, how you get the sticker sheet and you use what you love from it, and then maybe you don't have a place for certain parts. Or maybe you are like me and you bought like a billion things and it's too much. You just never know, right? I'm gonna put a couple of pieces of confetti on here. I like the confetti. Too fussy? Too much? I don't know. I really like it. Okay. On the outside, on this one, I think I want to put balloons. Do I want to put these balloons? I think I do. So these you have to use glue dots or liquid glue. And you can do your choice. Do a little party hat. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put the balloon string on too. Let's see, how long is that? Oh, I want to make sure it doesn't hang off of my paper. I may have to trim one. I'm going to try to cut this. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay. Flips. There. Cool. I love these little acrylic shapes. Okay, now I'm addicted. This is terrible. Okay. Let's look this over. So we have this thing will fold and close like this. One of the reasons that you have this extra score in here is because of the thickness of the wallet, right? Especially if you're gonna add photos or anything thick like I did in there. And I don't love how that is, so I'm gonna trim that off. Pardon. You're probably like, what on earth are you doing? But this way I can make sure it's not like folded right there. And then I also have a little tiny scrap of, I have a little scrap of glitter that I can put at the bottom of that. Or, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Use up your scraps. Okay, has anybody thought about what they want me to show Friday? Would you rather see a scrapbook page, or would you rather see that crazy card from Stamplistic? Now these are 3x4 pieces, and you can use any 3x4 scraps that you have. So let me just cut a couple. Three by 4, and so you can put them on like that. You can use a confetti site, whatever you like. One thing about rounding the corners if you decide to do that, it's, you know, every sheet has something, almost every sheet has something that needs rounded. So it is a lot faster to not. Place for a photo. It'll fold up again. Now this will technically be the front of your card. So that should be something that you can decorate however you want. So I'll use confetti. It's really hard to cover up that paper, but I love the confetti. And I really love the little cupcake. And you could put that up on foam also if you wanted to. Should we do a present? The present has little fill-in pieces also. Like that. That's cute. I know I won't use that on a page, or I don't think I will. Gosh, it's like a puzzle. That's really kind of cute. I'll decide on that. I have a few balloons. Yeah, I like that. I also have a little, you know, that one stamp that says it's your day. That would be really cute on the front. I have a lot of stamps that would work really great on this. So I need to doctor that up just a little bit, right? Okay, so there's the front, and now do I want something here? I kind of like the red and white. Maybe I'll just use a piece of the blue, solid blue, and then I can stamp something on it. So I'm going to cut that down to 4, because remember the whole thing is 4 1/4. So if I cut that down a little bit, and you can make this, I made this 1 1/4 this time. That way we didn't have that extra, but I do need to do the corners. I feel like I got that a little off. There we go. And you can choose the light side or the dark side. Boy, this is cute. This is really adorable. Yep. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. My balloon strings. Cute. That is going to be so much fun to get, don't you think? With a gift card. Another birthday message. The other thing about my daughter and her birthday is that she doesn't like cake. And her and my husband never choose cake for their birthday, which is so sad for me because it's the one time I allow myself to really cheat on Weight Watchers, and I just pig out and eat however much cake I want on a birthday because, you know, life's short. You can't, ooh, that would be really neat. I think that would stick out too much. I gotta decide about that. Let's see how many of these I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have enough to do something with that. I think I am gonna do this. This may not look good. I don't know. So they I normally make a big cookie cake for Jen. She likes cookie cakes, but the last couple of years, she has discovered those Junior's cheesecakes. They have them at Costco. They are some crazy rich stuff. Woo! It is really, really rich. And that's what they want now. And I gotta be honest, I'm not a big cheesecake eater. I can have like one piece and then it'll just sit there and go bad because they don't eat much of it either. We need to invite people over. Take some over to my father or something. I don't know. Huh, I like that. That's so cute. I'm looking at my sticker sheet and I really don't have too much left. I have a couple little things here. Oh, there's another little heart. Another heart. A couple of stars. Little baby hearts still. A little thing with a cake on it. And a few little scrap pieces. And of course that that big sticker. Ooh, that'll blend. That's too blendy. There. Cool. There it is. What do you think? Do you love it? I think she'll love it. I think that'll be a really fun thing. Now, I'm going to use the little hook, loop, and dot things instead of a belly band. But it would be really easy to make a belly band. You just wrap it around. I mean, honestly, the way I do these is I take one, they're sticky on the back, really sticky. You know how Velcro is. And I put them together and peel it off, trying not to touch it too much, and put it on there where I want it, and then just fold it up. And then I just stick that down, and then you can see it's gonna try to, you know, sometimes I use a little extra glue on the Velcro, but it's not really necessary. So there you go. That is my birthday card for Jen. And then we had the like Mother's Day style one using Sweet Memories paper. And the older one, Twitter painted paper. Like, you can use any theme that you want. You could even make it look like a true men's wallet with leather. And, you know, give your husband like a wallet of photos, or, you know, hey, I don't want to know. But that's it. That's today. Please let me know what you want me to show Friday. Do you want to see the crazy fold out card? Would you rather see a scrapbook page? Let me know in the comments, please. I only have a couple of days to prep for it, so it's not that hard to make, but it would be nice to have a little prep time. Thanks a lot, and congratulations, Denise, on winning the paper pack. Bye-bye.